Hey guys, Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with another Sunday night live stream show. It is going to be a little interesting tonight. It's already been a little bit of a wild ride, and Jennifer's already multiple phones going off. Just turn off the volume. It's your phone.
It's our first show. I'm sorry.
So my guests in the studio tonight are trying to watch the show live and comment, so they still have a chance to win their free trips. So that was pretty funny right there. I guess there's a little bit of a delay now. But like I was saying, Captain Dylan Hubbard from Hubbard's Marina. It is Sunday night, March 14th, and we are about 5 minutes away or so from starting up this live stream show. Tonight, my special guests in the studio are lady expert anglers. We've got Jennifer Roberts, Joanna Price, Estelle Wolfman, and Christina Fernandez here in the studio to talk all about nearshore and offshore fishing tips, tricks, and more, and a little bit more about kind of a lady's perspective on fishing on these long-range trips and nearshore trips, and give you some tips from the ladies' perspective, because no sound. Can you guys hear us all right? Let's see. If you scroll all the way down in the comments, Josh, well, there's got to be sound. We just heard ourselves. So I don't know about that. Barbara, appreciate the stars. Dan Netto, appreciate the stars, buddy. Thanks for watching, y'all. Katie Farmer, appreciate the stars. Thank you. So we are going to get started here very shortly. Just need a few minutes to make sure our live show giveaways are working, and then we'll start up the video. Thank you, Amanda Hart, for the stars.
I'd send stars, but I'm here.
You're here in person, so that counts. So we are just going to get started here in just a few minutes. While we're waiting, guys, don't forget to comment at least one time on the Hubbard's Marina Facebook stream. You go to facebook.com, search for Hubbard's Marina. Once you find our page, click on it, scroll down, you'll see that live video stream, and then all you have to do is comment one time to be able to be eligible to win one of those free trip giveaways. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give the video a thumbs up for us if you enjoy our Sunday night shows. And if you're watching on YouTube, you're more than welcome to watch on YouTube, but in order to be eligible win, you have to pop over to the Hubbard's Marina Facebook video real quick and at least comment one time. Or you could be like Jennifer Roberts and have your entire extended family comment one time too.
Yes.
Isn't your daughter watching too?
My daughter is watching.
Yep.
My family in Chicago.
So you'll be on your best behavior?
No, definitely not. Are we talking about fishing tonight? I'm just here for the booze.
And so it begins. We'll just need another few minutes here, guys. Again, while we're waiting, don't forget to like the video if you're watching on Facebook. Give it a thumbs up on YouTube if you enjoy the shows. If you're wondering what those stars things are, that's on Facebook. You have the option to send stars. It's basically a way of showing support. And we really, really appreciate those stars because it helps us to support the show and do more events and do cool things like this live show studio. What is so funny?
Thank you, Sophia, for all the stars.
Is this the thing with Dylan talking on Facebook? No, it's not, Cliff.
Don't you watch
Tonight it's not Dylan talking on Facebook. I'm glad he thinks so highly of our live show.
You gotta get people hyped up like the YouTubers. All right, everybody, gotta like, comment, subscribe. Everybody right here, hit this button, hit that button, like, comment, subscribe.
Are you making it up or are you gonna do it?
What? I don't see myself yet.
Well, you'll see yourself soon.
Josh, you're gonna have to zoom in a little because my eyesight.
Are you ready? All right, we're gonna start the video, and Jennifer is gonna be the hype woman.
Hi, this is Captain Jennifer Roberts with my deckhand Dylan here. No, go ahead.
You give up?
Like, comment, subscribe. That's all I got so far.
Well, as Jennifer introduced herself, we've got Joanna over here. How are you, Joanna?
Good. She'll book your trip for you. Just call, text her. She's got you.
Or show up in person.
Yep.
And show up in person.
Yep.
And then we've
That's
got
the best way.
Estelle. Estelle, how are you?
I'm doing just fine.
The fish slayer.
the fish hog, as Captain Brian calls her. And then Christina, how are you?
Excellent. How are you?
Christina traveled all the way from a long distance.
Altamont Springs.
All the way from Altamont Springs to come for the show tonight. So I appreciate y'all joining me for the show tonight. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit more about... what are you doing?
It's in my... I can't see this.
Oh, it was blocking your
Oh, my
face?
sister said hi.
Well,
Did
it
you see
was
that?
blocking my view. I couldn't see.
Justine said hi, Joanna.
So we are going to talk a little bit
need
about
this.
nearshore
I
and
can't see
offshore.
that far.
You okay?
We're going to talk
Do you
about
want-
nearshore and offshore fishing today. We have the some pictures to show you.
We're
Go
gonna
ahead, go ahead.
Discuss the weather for the week.
The
Okay.
weather.
Yes.
I like this. I'm gonna
I
just
brought
get drunk while you
meteorologist
guys do
Dylan. He is a professional in the meteorology department.
So as the lady said, we're going to start with those inshore photos first and show you what we've been catching inshore. And I think, Estelle, you could probably take it away a little bit here. You were fishing inshore this week, right?
Yes, I was.
So how was it going this week?
It was in the
It looks
bay,
cold.
and it was chilly to start, but I did catch a couple snook. There's a picture of one of my snook.
Nice one.
And then there is my redfish.
Nice redfish. So you got
Yes.
snook and redfish, huh?
Yep.
What was the bait of choice? What was working well?
It was not my favorite
Experience?
time. No, it was not. But
So next time...
there was only cut bait. I said, "You're using thread fins?"
Cut thread fins?
I think he was amazed that I knew that it was a thread fin. And I said, "No live bait? How can we catch? You can't catch trout on cut bait."
Yeah.
So anyway,
The cut bait
But
does work well for the redfish
we
and
got
snook
some.
at certain
Yeah.
times of the year, but definitely I think the live greenbacks are a great option inshore.
yeah,
Or at least live
he
shrimp.
didn't. He goes, "Let me get in the live well to get." I said, "The dead bait? You mean the dead well?"
Oh man.
Yeah.
So this was a charter that you went on recently?
Yes.
Okay. Well, keep in mind, Estelle, for next time, I know a few charter captains. We can get you in the
Yeah.
right line.
Yes, I learned my lesson.
So also besides snook and redfish, we've been seeing a lot of these black drum. The black drum bite has been going really well around local bridges, piers. We've even been seeing a lot of these fish moving in schools together around those grass flats. Kind of the secret weapon for those is kind of the cut blue crabs is definitely their go-to bait. If you're fishing for them on a pier or bridge, just dropping that dead crab right to the bottom, letting it soak, works really well. Some big live shrimp on the bottom work too. You can see here a variety of different bridges in the background. We've been seeing them around the dock at Hubbard's Marina. We've been seeing some pretty big schools moving through the area too. But that next photo, the flounder, they're picking up too. We're seeing the flounder around the pass. This is Irene. She comes into town every year from up north, and she caught a nice flounder. And flounder eat good. You like flounder?
Yep.
You can catch them on a naked ball.
On a naked ball jig?
Yes.
You catch them
Yeah,
near
even
shore fishing.
offshore.
Yeah, on the half day and all day occasionally. You never know what you might run across. The redfish bite continues to be really good with those soft plastic paddle tails. Got a lot of photos from our friends at Salt Strong this week. More redfish around the docks. They've been killing the redfish at the dock, huh, Joanna? You've been seeing it almost every day, right?
Every day.
On those live shrimp? All right.
I'm selling it.
Lots of redfish and the fiddler crabs too. We've been going through the fiddler crabs. The sheep's head bite's still going really well around the docks, bridges.
My sister loves naked ball jigs. Do you
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
What kind of,
Justine, that's my sister.
what kind of hook is that? What's on there?
What?
Is that just tied on to like a...
It's a stringer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's stringing them up because she wade fishes up underneath this pier, and she ties the stringer off to the pole while she's wade fishing. She's hardcore.
First one lobster, then a flounder.
Love flounder in a bag stuffed with crab. That sounds good.
Yeah, that does.
I like anything stuffed. Any meat stuff with more meat is good stuff. Like
A meat
Yeah.
sandwich.
lime. Yeah,
I
yeah,
like meat sandwiches too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I went to
Low carb.
Will LaCarb.
Why is it funny? funny back there.
Will McClure, I went to his house, and he had a whole lionfish whole, and he stuffed it with crab meat and flounder.
And those are your favorite. If anybody watches the show, they know you really like
lionfish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lionfish.
The last one I caught, they
Incredible.
made it so
I'd
that
like
I
to
could
try.
stuff it, and I did.
Yeah,
was
but
delicious.
they're really not good
Somebody's
eating
gonna
though,
learn.
guys. So if you catch a lionfish, you can just throw it in the box and let me know after the trip, and I'll come and collect it for you. So that never seems to work, but it's worth a shot. Snook bite's been going good. They're definitely moving back into the passes. We're seeing those snook finally start showing back up in the pass, and more and more of them should show up as the water warms up. They're making their way out of those rivers, canals, bayous, and starting to move back to their kind of springtime staging areas as they get ready to move into that summertime area along our beaches. So we're real excited about that for sure. Lots of them around the docks and mangrove shorelines, oyster bars. And Estelle, you were catching them around the flats on your trip?
Yeah, near Whedon Island, we caught a couple redfish and a couple snook.
Nice. More redfish than snook?
No, more snook actually than redfish.
Nice.
And
Nice.
David Pruitt just said that something's wrong with Joanna's mic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called Joanna. She hasn't said 2 words yet.
We're gonna get her going. Don't
We're
worry.
gonna fill up her cup is what we're gonna do.
So definitely a lot of trout as well, those edges of the grass flat. But I mean, I guess trout don't bite cut bait, huh, Estelle?
No. No. There wasn't even a chance to get a flounder or anything. I mean, it was just like, here's the cut bait. That's it. Thread fins.
Oh, man. But yeah, the trout bite's been going really well around those deeper edges of the grass flats, those cuts, those potholes. And John Sasser has been killing the trout inside John's Pass at night around those bridge lights, dock lights. If you're coming fishing with us on a half day or all day and you want to be hardcore, you could show up 2, 3 a.m. and cruise around underneath the Johns Pass Bridge.
He's always there.
He's always there. And you show up early a lot. You see him out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know John? You've talked to him?
I know him through GSJ jigs.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Flare Hawk jigs, it's almost that time of year when we start getting back into those pass snook and bridge snook where they throw those Flare Hawks. Have you
Yeah.
gotten into that?
No, but that's how I started coming out here.
Oh, really?
I met Angelo or something like
Yeah,
that.
Angelo Rivera.
Through Facebook, and
Yeah.
then he was having a seminar. And
Oh,
then
cool.
I won a trip, and then I was like, that's...
With us?
No, I won a trip. We went to a seminar, and there was a raffle,
Uh-huh.
and I won a trip. It was pretty cool.
Wait, you want a trip just somewhere else?
No, to go fishing.
Oh,
I
okay.
won't say no where, but...
Oh, I got you.
They sucked anyway. That's why they're giving away trips
But
like
then I
that.
started fishing over here more often.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
really, the first time I came fishing was with you guys.
Oh, cool.
In September.
September. And then you did what? 53 trips last year?
No, it was the year before. No, the year before I think I did. I booked more than like 60, but I think with the weather, I think I only did 48. I was really, really trying to squeeze those last. I wanted to do 52 in a year.
You did
And
50.
then last year we got shut down,
That's
so
right.
I only did probably like 36, maybe 40.
That's all right. This year you have your chance.
See.
You're going Tuesday on the 39 hour, I heard.
Oh, I hope so. Sorry, Bonnie, I might be going on the 39 hour.
Yeah. Turn the microphone. Estelle moved it so she could see the screen, so that was a
All her
problem.
fault.
Do you want me
Don't
to
touch the microphone, Estelle.
I won't.
Is that good, Josh?
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Tuesday's 39-hour trip. My dad's running that one. He's super excited about it. I think every
When
time
is he
I've
going to be on the show?
he's been on the show before. He was on the show when we were back at my home
that
studio.
was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but I tried to get him on the show, but he's not in town a lot. He's kind of semi-retired. We're bringing him out of
He
retirement.
dances in the street in the past, though.
I'm retired.
You want to see a video?
I'm here.
Jennifer, let's not talk about dancing in the street in John's Pass or any of the videos that you have of me or my father.
Or your whole crew. We won't talk about that.
She's got blackmail fodder for days.
I hear you
I
do
have a
too.
file. I have the
I-
fishing file, and I have the I need a free trip file. Which one am I pulling from today?
Maybe we could share and all get a free trip.
Moving on. All right, let's see what we caught near shore this week. We have been seeing a few of those hogfish. The hogfish bites definitely slowed down a little bit. Maybe that's just because, Christina, you haven't been fishing that much.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Maybe that's why we're not catching as many, but definitely saw a little bit of a slowdown. But one of our lady anglers went out there on the half-day trip. First time ever, our Dockmaster rental extraordinaire, Red.
She's awesome.
Yep, she went out on our first ever fishing trip. Went out there and smashed a
Really?
hogfish.
First ever?
First ever fishing trip.
No way.
Yep, crushed. It was her
What was
first
she
trip, right,
using?
JoJo?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first.
she was really excited.
What was she
about it.
waiting for?
What was she fishing with?
She was working. She was working.
She's
Working,
there every
staying
day.
busy.
She was
Every
working
single
every
day
day.
she's there.
Oh yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she really has been. We're super blessed to get her on our team for sure. We stole her from another local John's Pass business.
She's
Oh,
awesome.
did you?
Yeah.
She's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she came willingly.
Yes, she came willingly, but we did kind of steal. I like saying that. There's Jim Kendall with some nice big old mangroves. The 39-hour trip has just been crushing the fish, and it's super, super light loads. This Tuesday's trip has 16 people, well, 17 people with Christina.
When are you gonna have John on the show? Because he's in every picture.
John is
He
just
is.
very
join us
consistent with his photos. None of my other
he
crew
is.
members will send me photos consistently, except for shout out to Rob Kruger from the Hub. Well, that's Captain Rob now, but Rob is very consistent. Captain Rich is pretty consistent.
I love
but
Rob.
John is like every week.
He is.
He knows when the show is, and he sends me a couple photos for the show, so he's good about it. That's another photo from John, and John's got his haircut done right now. He's going to my barber shop, so he's got.
I know. I told him the other day.
See?
And he
See?
has new boots.
Everybody knows.
And he has new boots.
The sushi place next
Shout
to
out to
Taco place
Clean
is good.
Cuts. The sushi place is good. They've got a Chinese place in there. It's awesome. So the red grouper bite's been going pretty well. Estelle, when was your last 39-hour? If you have to think about it that
Well, it
much, that was too long ago.
No.
Well, I had two cans just because of weather, but were we on the same one? Was it November?
No. Oh, I've
It was
been
like a
on.
month ago.
In December, your
I was
birthday,
just-
New Year's.
I was on December. I think I was on one in January too. I was
Yeah.
in January.
Yeah.
January, okay.
Yeah, January.
So right now, during that deep water closure that we have going on, we're getting a lot of those big mangroves at night, and then kind of pushing in a little bit and catching a lot of those red grouper around those around that fence line, and still picking up some nice yellowtails, vermilions, porgies. There's a nice
There's a nice
yellowtail.
yellowtail.
I mean, they've been catching quite a few of them, so we're looking forward to another one this Tuesday. Hopefully, getting out there and doing well on those fish. Is that it, Josh?
Yep.
All right, that's all our inshore, nearshore photos. Christina, you want to take it away with the weather?
Me?
So real quickly, we're going to show you our screen here and hop over to our weather links page.
Wind
This
fun.
can be found right on our website underneath fishing trips. Scroll down to that weather links page. And right on the right-hand side of the top, we've got our wind finder forecast. Let's go to that 5 and 10 hour forecast, Josh.
Yes, please.
Refill time? Heck yeah. I like your style. So as you can see there, we have gorgeous weather for today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's probably, hands down, one of the nicest days that I've seen in 3 months. It's literally less than 10 knots, less than 1 foot. Can you zoom in a little bit, Josh?
Whoa.
Hey-yo. Zoom in a little bit. Yep, and then scroll down. So as you can see, Monday, we got less than 10 knots, and those sea heights are less than 1 foot. So absolutely flat, calm, gorgeous. Temperatures in the low 70s. Beautiful. Scroll down a little bit more, Josh. And then we can see Tuesday, we get a little bit of a
Yes,
south
I'm
wind
going
picking
there.
up. And Estelle, it's getting a little windy.
I know.
The south wind starts kicking in. It gets a little breezy, 15 to 20, and the seas start to pick up, but it's picking up slowly.
Can you
What's up?
explain again about the wave intervals in the seconds? Like,
Yeah.
because
so-
that was very interesting to me when you
Yeah,
explained
Josh,
it
can you
first
scroll out a little bit so we see that? Yeah, there we go. I guess that's probably too small for people
So
to
it says
see.
30, no.
So the scroll back in a little bit so people can at least see the digits. A little bit more.
It just gets lost.
Yeah. So the right underneath the direction is the wave height in feet. and then underneath that is the seconds or the intervals. So one thing you got to remember about this, you can just go back to the video, Josh. One thing you got to remember about this is that these buoys record dominant wave height. So if it's saying it's 3 foot, Joanna is the queen of the weather. I could literally let her explain all this. She looks at the weather more than I do, like a couple times a day, more than a couple times.
Yeah,
a
she
day.
probably looks at the weather and tells you what to say.
She does. She
I'll
does.
call and
I believe
ask
it.
her.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should.
I
Call
have.
her sometimes.
Yeah.
You call her
I'll
for
call
weather
her
advice.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, how's the weather this week? Which day's better?
Are they going to
Yeah.
cancel?
But don't do that. She doesn't like it.
She doesn't like it because if I hear her in the back talking about, oh, you shouldn't go that
He'll
day,
tell
you
me
should
to
go this
stop
day.
looking at the weather.
What happens?
You tell me to stop looking at the weather.
Because I'll hear her out there and she's like, no, you shouldn't go that day. Go this day. And it's like, well, if they're only in town for a few days, you got to just book them. And then the weather might change or we can push them to a different day after that. So it's definitely always a challenge because she is very informed on the weather. But the weather, that's the big thing this time of year
you want the
is it can
microphone?
change so drastically.
So when
I'm trying
are
to
we
give her
gonna
the
give away
microphone.
a
No
trip?
side conversations.
I'm trying to give her the microphone so she can tell you about the weather.
It's time for a 5-hour trip, isn't it?
Yeah,
Almost.
talk about the weather
I'm trying,
because
guys. I'm trying.
my son Todd is going, and there's a bunch of us going together
On Tuesday?
on Tuesday.
Yeah, so essentially the weather looks absolutely perfect tomorrow, Monday. Tuesday, it's going to pick up a little bit. That south wind's going to pick up. It's going to get a little breezy, but the seas are going to take a little while to catch up. So Tuesday's not looking bad, but it's not looking calm. And then it's going to pick up a little bit Wednesday into Thursday, and then the weekend's kind of looking questionable at this point. So I would say definitely go Monday, maybe go Tuesday, and then it's going to get a little bumpy through the week.
What about the 23rd? I'm
The
a 39
23rd.
hour then.
So if anybody asks me about the weather more than 3 to 4 days out, I very nicely tell them it's just impossible to know. And it's definitely this time of year. In springtime, you just absolutely do not know what the weather's going to do more than 3 to 4 days out because we're at the tail end of those cold fronts. And those cold fronts this time of year can be forecasted really strong. And then all of a sudden, the tail of that cold front can get sucked up. Is that Butch now?
Mm-hmm.
We've got so many different people in here pulling up the video. So
They all
essentially,
want a free trip, is what I was reading.
I'm trying to get a free trip.
so essentially, it could just totally change very quickly.
Also, there have been like the one trip that I went on for my birthday trip, the one in December for the last gag opening or closing. That one was projected to be like 6 foot seas, and it was looking rough, and it was
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. It was like one of the best trips.
Yeah, that was the 29th, right?
Yes,
The last.
yes.
And
You
last
guys did
year,
excellent, didn't you?
Oh
that
yeah,
trip?
I caught a
crushed it.
gag
Yeah.
and
and that trip
And
was
I-
completely
yeah,
sold
it
out
was-
because it was the last trip of gag season, and everybody was excited about it. But then the weather looked bad, and everybody canceled off of it. And then all of a sudden, the weather was perfect, and they crushed the fish.
but I got my bunk that
Yeah.
I like.
There you go.
Because
Because everybody canceled.
they canceled.
Tell them the wrong number. So they book
I'm not going to
different
tell
ones. I'm
them.
not
I
giving
will
them my bunk
never
number
say
either.
what my favorite
No.
bunk is.
Yeah, book
But-
on the
What's
up?
top.
But you're
Don't book on the
Thank you,
bottom.
Barbie. What did Barbie send? A bunch of stars?
No,
Just
thank you,
remember
Hi,
to-
Butch and Josh.
Oh, okay.
How's the weather look for April 2nd?
April
David
2nd's weather
Pruitt
looks
wants
great.
to know.
Can you,
looked.
can you block David Pruitt for me?
How long?
All right, so we talked a little bit about what we've been catching, what we've been seeing. We talked about the weather. Christina, what's next?
We need a free trip.
We
Yes.
need a free trip.
Taking
maybe
Josh.
part.
Let's, yeah,
Frank
yeah.
usually
She's
does
driving
that.
the ship.
I'm,
And I'm glad you picked up on that because I was thinking it, but
I thought of it. I was like, I'm gonna be.
at
Frank
this point,
trip.
Frank would be yelling at us.
wait,
Sunglasses.
before you do it. Can
What?
we do it?
Do
We're
what?
going to do it.
Do
It's
what?
a 5-hour for 2.
It's a 5-hour half day for 2 guests.
But this is about ladies. So if you bring a lady with you, she could be your free third.
There's 3 Franks in the studio tonight. We got one giving away extra trips. We got one telling me that it's time to give away trips. Oh man.
You gotta please the
I'm doing
ladies.
it
They
for
like
you
free
guys.
things. They like gifts. So if
Everybody
you win the
loves a
5 day for 5 hour for 2,
Everybody.
you can bring a third as long as it's a lady who's never fished with hovers before. How about that?
Okay, now we're qualifying it. Whatever she said. Let's see.
Okay, so whatever I
zoom
said.
in a little
So
bit, Josh?
we're gonna go ahead and give
Special.
away the Jennifer Special. Bring a lady who's never fished before. Message me. Tell me what trip. I'll go with you guys. It'll be great. And
All right, Josh, take it away. Let's see who won the Jennifer Special,
what if I won?
which really is not as good as it
It
sounds.
is not a conflict of interest if one of us wins. Oh, okay.
South Gandy, Keith Dunn.
Okay,
Thanks.
so Keith is gonna bring a friend, and he's gonna bring a lady with him.
So what if he has 2 lady friends?
Then he's got 2 lady friends. Then he's a lucky guy.
Just like you are lucky with all of us here.
Yeah, very, very blessed tonight. All right, so Keith Dunn from South Gandy. Remember, if you're picked as one of those lucky winners, you have to text that phone number in the bottom corner there, your home address, to claim that free trip. So that's what you do in order to claim that free trip. You got to do that within about 5 minutes.
Right there.
Yes, Vanna White, you're off a little bit. It's a little higher. Yeah, it's over there somewhere.
Wait, no, it's down there, isn't it?
I don't know.
Over there, guys. That one.
They get the general direction. They get the general
It's
direction.
the only number on the screen. I think. I don't know. I can't see that far.
No, there's 8:30 in the top right.
I can't see that far.
I don't know either.
What's our first question, Josh? Is there an option to have the fish cleaned after the trip? So, what do you do with your fish?
I actually can clean my own fish, but I don't because
It's easier.
I live in a condo, so it's like hard to get rid of it, and my son doesn't like the smell of fish in the apartment. So I
Sounds like
always
my
let I always let whoever is doing the cleaning to do it. They do an awesome job.
Cool. What about
Usually
you,
the
Chris?
last person.
Well, sometimes
'cause
I
you like
give 'em
hanging
to
out with us.
Bonnie. She gets them a lot.
Your fishing buddies.
Yeah, Bonnie, Anthony, Rick.
You give yours away,
Some of them, yeah.
but she doesn't pay for cleaning.
But you don't pick your hog, or you don't
But
give
the
away your
hogfish,
hogfish.
you see, I'll eat one, but I really got to be in the mood for it.
Huh?
And I'll eat mahi.
Watida.
I eat the mahi.
There you go. Mahi are good.
Yes.
But like I've tried a couple. Like I don't like red snapper.
I went.
Red grouper, I don't care for it.
Amen to the red snapper. It's way overrated. Mangrove snapper.
But book your
are
trip for red snapper
way
snapper
strong.
season, though. Make
What?
sure you book your trip for red snapper season.
Oh, definitely. June, Friday.
So if you see me on the boat, never mind.
If you see her on the boat,
With red snapper
go see her and
Find
buy her
me
some beers,
and bribe me
and she may or may not give her friendly
with
people.
alcoholic beverages.
There's a difference though
Hi,
between
Marina.
eating
Tasty
red
treats.
snapper and catching a red snapper.
Yes, catching a red snapper is
Is-
fun.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun
Yes.
for sure. I always enjoy catching red snapper. They're aggressive. They're easy to catch. It's a lot of fun. But they're definitely overrated for table fare, in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
don't like it.
Yeah, I passed on it today as
Yeah.
the
This is too much
So
extra
what do
for
you
me.
do?
I'm trying to read all this stuff.
We're
I can-
reading the left-hand side. The
And
Facebook
there's
comments
this here
disappear.
and here,
from
and our
the-
pictures are
Yeah,
there.
the
and-
YouTube comments disappear too fast.
Christine
What
is
we
the
focus.
Hogfish Queen.
The
I
hogfish
like
queen.
that one.
You saw that one?
Yes, I saw that one.
I agree.
Yeah, I do.
I don't
Thank
think
you guys.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
think
she
I've
is.
ever seen anybody come out on a 5-hour or a 10-hour all day and consistently limit out on a day's limit of hogfish like you do.
But
Christine.
I'll catch them. But the thing
She's
is
the
that they're
hero.
sometimes small. So you'll catch
But you've
more
caught
than
a
that.
day's limit of
Yeah,
hogfish.
twice.
Five keeper hogfish twice. And you've caught more than 10 to 15 of them before in a trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're releasing them like crazy because they up
I
the
remember one day the guy from Fish and Game was there, and we were tagging the hogfish. So all the small ones that I would catch, I'd just give it to him, and he would tag them.
yeah,
So that's pretty cool.
with FWC.
Yeah, the FWC guy was doing it.
Yeah, the port ambassador, the port observers, and definitely really cool when we can get those out in the boat and do those tagging projects. And
I
tagging
enjoy
these
it.
fish.
I like giving them the fish. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah,
Well, I want somebody to catch it again.
yeah, and they will let you know and follow up with you what where that fish was caught and how far it traveled.
Really?
So if you ever catch a tagged fish, you definitely want to make sure you turn in that tag information. You get a free T-shirt, which is great, but the data that the scientists get is invaluable for sure. So Super important if you ever catch a tagged fish to make sure you return that info. What's next? Are pearl fish good eating?
What is a pearl fish?
I have no idea.
Google it.
Google it. Let's Google it. What's a pearl fish? Yeah, you have to make sure.
Make sure it's
search on.
legitimate, Josh.
Don't
Make
share
sure
the
it's
screen.
legitimate.
Don't share the screen until we Google it.
Hey, but you know, one of the trips we were on, there was a hybrid fish that was caught that they had to Google when they came
Yeah,
back.
I am sure I know what it is now.
Can you read that?
I feel like someone's messing with us.
Josh.
And that's
cucumber?
it says Greg,
That's
but
your friend.
that's not my Greg.
That's his friend.
It's his friend? Whose friend?
My friend?
Are the ladies extra?
Are the lady that's extra? I'm so extra. I go above and beyond. I have lots of comments.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we'll just
Extra
delete
special.
those people. Josh, what's going on with our URL there, man? Oh, he put spaces in the URL.
You can read that in Chinese, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm proficient in Chinese.
Hogfish, very good.
That's actually
yes.
Japanese.
That's what I meant.
Are you serious? No, you're not.
So let me answer this next
She's
question.
feisty.
It says, how
What's
do
the
I cancel a
next
trip I
question?
booked in July? I'm unable to go. The answer is call Joanna.
Call
48
Joanna.
hours
Yep.
before.
You have a
Yep.
question
Call
about
her
how to
tomorrow.
cancel, how to book, how to fish,
At 9 a.m.
what tackle you need, call Joanna.
And if she's
9 a.m.
busy,
tomorrow.
9 a.m.
'Cause
You
I'll
start
be
at
there.
9
Don't
a.m.
sleep.
What you're doing HM East tomorrow?
I'll be at 12 o'clock.
Oh.
So
So you
call at
say
9.
call at 9 a.m. because she's in at 12. I love it.
She's smart.
And don't forget the whole reason, well, not the whole reason why you asked us to do this show, but one of the reasons that we are here is because if any of you people watching would like to bring your wife, or if there's any single women out there that want to come, because we come on our own.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily, we met on the boat. If you're hesitant, if you want information on, you know, what to expect on a 39-hour or even a 10-hour, we are here to answer any of your questions. What is it like to take a shower on a 39-hour trip? We can tell you.
I did it once.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear
once.
Lord.
Once, that's all it takes.
Go first.
Then you bring wet ones.
We're going to have to talk
I
about
wouldn't
this
know, I
after
don't
the show. And next time we're going to have a pre-screen showing of this episode. But in reality, though, that is why we had this discussion in this episode, because the lady angler, the female outdoor recreational demographic is the largest growing demographic in outdoor recreational sports. From hunting to fishing to just being outdoors, hiking, camping, that kind of thing, is literally the largest growing demographic, because everybody has thought for years and years and decades that this was a male-dominated sport. And I've seen it just in my lifetime in the last 20 years that I've been working almost full-time at the Marina, the amount of shift from what?
do any of the girls sing
Did
karaoke?
Frank said that?
What? Do any of the girls sing karaoke?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go to the tomfoolery and sing with Frank.
Yeah, we'll probably meet Frank after for karaoke.
I actually sing karaoke on the boat.
You sing?
If you're ever next to me, I sing to the fish.
I
Sorry.
sing too, but
Terrible
yeah,
at it.
we apologize. But as you were saying, yes. And if you knew how many times men come up to me and say, you know, you need to talk to the women because my wife would love to come, but she's hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know what to expect, and they think it's all men, which
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you might be the only woman on the boat if it's a 39-hour, except for Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
But typically there's more women out there that would like to come, but it's the unknown, or they don't want to be, you know.
Yeah,
with
and
all
I
the
get
men.
that question probably at least twice a week. Is, well, I want to go fishing, but would I be the only woman on the boat? And it's like, no, our galley cook's a woman, and we have a lot of lady anglers that do the 39-hour trip.
Sometimes one of your deckhands acts like a woman. on the
Which one is that?
39 hour.
Oh man.
Jason?
Not Will.
It's Jason. I knew what you meant.
He's my favorite.
I wonder if
my
he's
favorite.
watching.
He's definitely not watching.
He's not watching.
No, but it's
Because
great
he's
to
acting
be
like a
lady.
woman right now.
And
He
wanna come out
changes his
today.
outfits more than most ladies. Like my wife will do maybe one outfit change a day. Jason Portman's good for 4 in the 24
A
hours.
couple times I've worn the same
And he's
outfit the whole
color
39
coordinated
hours.
too.
He's color coordinated from
Yeah.
his head to his
Yes,
toes.
he is.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
his boots matches. It's amazing. It is.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
amazing. I love Jason though. He's awesome.
He
So
is.
two
is
women
Will.
for sure on the
Yes,
39
yes,
hour, maybe
yeah.
more.
But even if you are the only woman on the trip, other than Tammy, because when Tammy was visiting her brother, there Jim was in the galley, and there was one trip that I was the only woman. There's no problems on the
Yeah.
boat. Everyone is very helpful and very. I always tease them because I tell them because you can use both the women's room and the men's room because I'm the only woman, so I can't just monopolize one head. But I'll
On the
I'll
39-hour trip.
on the 39 hour.
Not the half days.
No, not the half
You keep
days.
your own bathroom on the half day.
But I'll come out and I'll yell. I'll say, "Put the toilet seat down," and they'll all just laugh at me. But yeah, it's always a good time. I have never had a problem. I've gone on
Not
quite a
only
few
that,
39 hour
It's
ones.
great to outfish the rest of the men.
Yeah, that's
It
true
is.
too.
That's the best part.
It is.
You come out of there like, whoa.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
may or may not have won 2 out of the 3 jackpots on the last 39 hours.
Nice.
Not because I
I
know
was
what
a
I'm doing, just
contender
because I'm
once.
lucky.
I was a
Oh, no.
contender.
And Joanna over there, you fish a lot inshore.
Go on Tuesday, come on.
Sometimes. Yes.
The 39 hour?
Sometimes.
Joanna, you fish a lot inshore. You're always talking about your inshore catches.
I am.
So you fish a lot inshore. You fish a lot on the half day. I've seen you do a bunch of half day trips,
I have.
and you've done a couple 10 hours.
I have.
Joanna, you
I've
have to
seen
go
her
on
on
a
the
39 with us.
And what did you guys do in preparation for the show? What we did was we kind of started a group message with these expert lady anglers. Three expert lady anglers, and and we talked we talked a little bit about getting more ladies out fishing. And one of the things we talked about was starting a lady anglers club. And one of the things it was
Hello everybody. Jennifer decided to start a Lady Anglers of Hubbard's Club, and Dylan said, "Let me start that, and I'll let you help me run it in case I have to take it away from you if it gets out of control." Did he not say that?
Yeah, but what did you name it?
The Lady Anglers of Hubbard's in the Big D.
That wasn't supposed to be the name. And that's why I started it.
You're
Because
6'1".
I said to Jennifer, I was like, you
You're
can start.
6'10". Like, of course you're the Big D. What do you think I was talking about?
I'm glad the background's red so you guys can't see how red my face is. But I told her, I was like, yeah, you can start a Lady Anglers Club. And then I thought about it after, and I was really busy at work. I was like, what am I thinking? I'm not letting her start that. I got to start it, and I'll invite her to run it. So that way, if something goes totally left field, at least I have the power to delete it. So, yes, you're right. I told you could start it, but then I kind of
Then
I
took
started
back.
it for you. So there is a Lady Anglers Club, but I don't think it's named that. I thought that was just our
I
little
think that
group
might just
chat.
be our little group chat.
Yeah.
I'm
What's
not
the name
sure
of the
what
club?
it's named.
The Lady Anglers of Hubbard's Marina.
The Lady Anglers. See,
Wait,
she
Josh,
is more
can you put
professional.
the link in there?
Yeah, drop the
Yes,
link.
I'm more professional.
Yeah, good thinking on the link in the video.
And we're going to christen it with a bottle of champagne tonight.
And that's
as
over
well.
there?
Yes, it's over
You
there
ready?
sitting in a...
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, maybe someone can open it for us.
Would you like
I
me
couldn't
to
open
open
the
it for you?
vodka, so...
Will is volunteering.
Come on, Wilbo. Open
Will
this
is
bottle up.
here. Will is in the house.
You gotta go.
Opened a bottle of champagne before.
You've never opened a bottle of champagne?
Aim it down.
He's in a green shirt, so he's disappearing.
Will, were you watching the show?
The invisible
Were you
man.
watching? We were saying there's always 2 females on the boat.
You have to
Tammy
shoot
and
it
a
that
deckhand,
way
and you
so
are
it
not the
doesn't
deckhand
hit
that
us.
is a female on the boat.
Jason is very color coordinated. All right,
Your
so
shoes match? No.
Will is speechless right now. That is not often that happens.
I'll hold my tongue.
He doesn't want to talk badly about his better half.
And Will is always on the 39 hour, always except when he is his birthday.
Yes.
Yes. But he is also
Point
very
that
helpful.
at not us or not expensive equipment.
Everyone there.
There's a lot of equipment in here. Point it at that plywood. over
Not
there.
the window.
Don't point it at Greg. He's got to drive me home.
So the Lady Anglers of Hubbard's Marina page, if you are a woman watching this show, definitely check that out. Jennifer is kind of in charge, but all the other ladies at the
Jennifer's
table
always in charge.
are admins on that page. So if you have any
Oh, it
questions,
didn't even shoot.
you didn't make it shoot across the room.
Like I said.
And it didn't like spray out all over the place.
Are you taking orders?
Oh, it's about to.
Are you just pouring? Or
These
are you
are
taking
our
orders?
champagne flutes.
And
Jameson.
our champagne flutes are also green, so
Good,
they're
good,
disappearing too.
I'll
So
have heartburn.
great planning on this episode. I'm good. Thank you. I stick with the whiskey.
Okay,
Smells
so
like whiskey over
That's
here.
good. Thank
That's
you,
just me.
I
Will.
can't hear very well.
who said
And
Todd?
Will, since you're here,
This is
you
ridiculous.
can also...
Bearded Todd said,
Floating
All right, hold on.
God bless Greg Roberts, and Greg said, please send help.
So wait, what did Bearded Todd say?
He said, God bless Greg Roberts. And then Greg said, please send help.
Your husband is a saint. What's up? Screen?
Look at the screen. Which
What
one?
about it? Holy moly, Randall Huggins with 925 stars.
That
9,000.
Another giveaway right
Holy
there.
moly.
Great show.
Giveaway
Hey,
time, giveaway
Randall.
time.
Randall
you should have
Huggins.
us on more.
Randall, just tell him that we know each
Stars.
other, and you sent those actually for me, and we're going to put those towards my 39-hour trip next week.
That was for the ladies. That wasn't for you, though.
Obviously not. I've never gotten that many stars.
That was for Will.
What time is it? It's 9:07. It's time for... Oh,
giveaway.
your job.
I already said it. Giveaway.
Okay.
Oh, it's time
With
for a
all
giveaway.
those stars he sent us.
I don't
Yeah,
even know
we have
I'm
to do
here.
a giveaway.
No, we don't know why you're here either. So, with the next giveaway, a 10-hour all day for two.
With
And you
the
can bring
woman?
the third if it's a lady angler who's never been with Hubbard's before.
So
and
it's-
she has to join our group.
So it's
Yes.
it's a 10-hour all day for two people, whether it's two men or a man
Or
and a
two
woman.
men and a woman.
Or two ladies.
Or a
But
man and two women.
if you
Or
have-
3 women. It depends on what they want to do.
If
I
you
mean,
have
it's
two
totally up to them.
individual humans and you bring a third lady who's never been to Hubbard's
Yes,
Marina before,
then it's a third.
then you get a third.
Yes.
Did they hear that?
There was way too many people talking.
Good.
I hope they didn't hear everything. I mean, everything.
So essentially, you have to have two human beings and a third female angler who's
a
never
group
been
of
here.
3.
Peggy Farmer needs it. So
Peggy Farmer.
let's see if she gets it.
Oh, turn your phone off. Turn your
I
phone-
yelled
what
at
happened to that?
everybody and my phone's on. That's funny. All right, let's see who won.
The
That's-
Jennifer Special, a group of 3. My sister's just telling you right now. That's what
I'm
we're
glad
calling it.
someone understands you, Jennifer.
Let me see.
Phil.
McIntosh from Brevard, North Carolina. Congratulations.
So
That's-
Phil is
that's
going to bring
Will
his wife
McClure
and his
country.
girlfriend, or his son and his wife, or his girlfriend and his daughter, or whatever he
Glad
wants.
everybody else
Bring them,
finds
but I
it.
don't think they're getting a discount.
That was the first thing I said. I was on it.
I can't hear.
And you must call this number, text it with your address.
Don't call it. Text
Text
it.
it
Over
right
here.
Over that side.
It's over here?
Yeah, it's right there.
It's on this
Looking
side.
at it opposite.
Oh, okay.
Point down.
Jennifer, or Joanna, where's the phone number?
On that side.
No, but seriously,
Excuse me?
if you ever see
Waiter?
me at a 10 hour and
You-
you're struggling, just like come up to me and ask, and I'll help you for the most part.
For the,
Unless you see
for
me,
the
like,
most part.
like really in a monster, then you're gonna have to give me a minute.
If she's there.
Because Jennifer
bathroom.
will, Jennifer will talk over you, but Christina will help you definitely catch fish. She will outfish most people on those 10-hour trips.
I actually try to, like, if they're not catching any fish, I start giving them fish.
There you go.
I'm like, you need to start your stringer.
There you go.
I do.
Until they get pressured into learning how to catch them themselves. Nice.
But I mean, you know, you gotta
Yeah.
share.
There's a question that someone wants to know about taking their child, a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old, are the rental rods suitable for them?
Yes. Let me answer that.
Yes,
Yeah.
go for
Bring a
it.
spinner rod.
I started bringing. I wish I would have sent the
I
pictures.
was
I didn't think ahead.
focusing.
I started bringing my kids. So we're from Chicago. We've only been in Florida for almost 3 years. We started fishing with Hubbard 6 years ago. Why are you laughing? I'm trying to be serious for the 1st time in the whole show, and you're laughing.
I'm just.
We started fishing with Hubbards about 6 years ago. The first time we brought our son on the trip, he was 2. And, like, he didn't really fish because he was so little. But now, Sophia, you guys show pictures of
Sophia's
Sophia all the time.
a-
She actually got
She's
a
a
crew
deckhand.
shirt. She runs around. She can untangle you. She can take your fish off. She puts them on the stringer. Like, she is actually, I'm going to put in her application for when she's old enough to work. But we started bringing them. So my son is 8 and she is 10, and they use the rental rods all the time, and they do just fine with them. And they're really good.
The rental rods are kind of a good middle of the road. They do a little bit of everything well. They get the job done. Hey, peanut gallery in the back. Keep it down, all right? But like Christina said, who brought the guys? Who brought the guys?
And you have access to a spinner rod, bring it. It could be a 3,000, a 4,000. I prefer 5,000.
You fish with a 5,000 over
Now
a 4?
I do because I was destroying those 4,000s. It was like a month and a half.
Like you were taking the drags out of them, like burning the drags out?
Like
Burning the main gear out of them.
Like every month and a half.
How'd they go?
Well, that's probably because you
Always
were.
bring 2.
That was probably
Never
because
bring 1.
you were fishing pen tackle.
Yes.
See, that's your problem.
No, but I had a Daiwa.
Daiwa what?
I don't know, some crap. It lasted a month. Never again.
Yeah.
But now I got a pen battle too, and I have destroyed. I probably caught like 1,000 fish off of it. And I'm trying to break it before the warranty.
Yeah, the battle series is good. The Daiwa around the Saltis series is a good starting point. And basically, if you're fishing as much as you do, which is 35, 40 times, 50 times a year with us, and then you fish a lot over on the East Coast, you fish probably close to almost 100 days a year. So if you're fishing as much
Good
as
job,
you do,
Phil.
you want to definitely invest some serious money in some nicer tackle. If you're only fishing a couple days a year, you can get away with... Are you serious right now?
Hold on, okay, real quick. Okay, go ahead.
Everybody
continue.
wait for
my
Jennifer
drink.
to finish.
You don't all back in one spot. It'll be bad for everybody.
That's why you drink whiskey without ice. All right, so moving on. What's the next question?
May I just say?
There's one for JoJo.
No.
What's it say?
You got to go fishing with Rob and I on our half day. That's Lori and Rob Angus, our Regulars Club extraordinaires. So they want you to go fishing.
You just tell us what day, and Dylan said she can have that day off to go with you guys.
Paid time off to go fishing with Rob and Lori. It just happened.
Please do not ban me from trips, just my wife.
Thanks, Greg.
Greg, your wish is my command.
Oh my gosh.
What's our next question on swell?
Reel.
Can we
On the
just say that
39
I have caught, before I became addicted and bought several rods, I used the rental rods all the time, and I caught hogs, gag, red, everything on them. So they're like a do-all.
Sometimes I
Until
say,
you
give me
get
a rental
addicted.
just because, like, I'm not having good luck right now. I haven't caught anything in like 20 minutes. Give me a rental. And I
Yeah.
catch something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rental rods, I mean,
Yeah, they work. They're
all
good.
faithful.
And I've been on several party boats from like Jacksonville to the Keys, and their materials,
Yeah.
equipment does not even come close to what you guys have. So
It's very difficult to keep good rental tackle, and that is one of probably the biggest challenges in our industry. And a lot of the good rental tackle that we used to get, and you'd be able to keep working on and keep running forever, they stopped making. So it was very tricky, but we're very blessed to work with Bass Pro Shops and use their Seafire Offshore Angler Series reels, and we just buy new ones every 6 to 12 months. Most of the time, we'll get at least a year out of that one of those rental rods, and that's fishing that rod at
Twice
least
a day, turning it right. Yeah, that's
twice a
lot.
day for 230 days a year. It's abused like crazy, and our crew just likes to talk during our live shows and not maintain our reels for sure. So it's it's impressive how many.
Has
days.
anyone caught an electric? I'm gonna say that's gonna say electric eel.
Yeah,
I caught one.
No, so this goes to Estelle.
Will.
She's the expert in electric eels.
Will and I, if you ever listen to Will's seminar, on the 39-hour, Will gives a seminar. And Will, do I go to every single one of them?
Every single one.
Every single one of them, no matter.
She used to rent a rod.
Since she used to Red Rock.
Yes.
She likes them that much, she still goes to them.
Because every trip we go on, it might be a little bit different as far as the fishing and the depth and what they're going for and stuff, and it is full of information. So Will and I sort of have this
inside joke.
Well, we have several inside jokes. One of them is that I'll say, what happens if you catch an electric eel? And he'll tell everybody, don't take it off the hook. You have to be grounded. You'll get shot. Don't. And the other one is the porgy limit. And it's so funny. Sometimes I just sit there and I just laugh because you'll hear some of the guys will be there. Yeah, I heard about that. And it's hilarious, but
I feel like you like going a lot, so you can kind of pick on all the dudes on the boat.
Oh, they pick on me. Do you guys pick on me or what?
No, Will, and
Guys, yes, Estelle will pick on the new guys.
Estelle, I'm going to share my picture album with you, so next time anybody from Hubbard's picks on you, you could just pull up the pictures that I have of them.
And blackmail? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, Jennifer,
tell me I'm wrong, Will. Tell me I'm wrong.
Last time I saw you go fishing with your husband, you made him wear a matching outfit with you.
Yes. Yeah.
From head to toe.
I had a look. I had the women's version on. He had the men's version on. Yes, that was my birthday
From
trip.
head to toe. Literally.
We were
like
matching.
Jason?
No, like Jason, yeah. I mean, from hat to socks to boots.
We had the
matching outfits.
Mahi outfits on from, I think, where do we get them, Greg? Pelagic, online.
Hey, Greg, you want to come on up here?
No.
Yeah, timeout's still open, man. David
Have you
Pruitt.
seen our Christmas cards? We always match. For 13 years, we've matched.
Aw.
There was a
what?
speech at our wedding. My sister said, I'm glad my sister found someone who wore matching outfits with her. 13 years we've been married. We always match. Right, Greg?
Don't answer that.
There's a question about
Yes, dear.
African. There's a question about
wear these
African
shirts.
pompano.
Okay, what's the question?
I've only ever, on any 39 hour, I've only ever seen one African pompano caught, and that was Ray
Yeah. So
caught.
African pompano, you run into those
from Atlanta.
definitely more often when we're fishing deeper water. So most of the time we'd see those in April, May, June, July. When we're fishing deeper water, closer to 200 foot, 220, 30 foot of water on those 39-hour trips, those 12-hour extreme trips, that's when we run into those APs or African pompanos. And most of the time they're hanging around those springs, those wrecks, those bigger release structures. And right now you're only allowed 2 per boat, no matter the length of the trip. So if you get into it does stink. So if you get into a good bite of them, you kind of
The first 2
hamstrung.
were lucky.
Yeah. And it makes it difficult. And the state of Florida is the only state in the Gulf of Mexico that has a vessel limit like that. So we're working to get that changed. But unfortunately, it's going very slow.
So what do you catch them on mostly? I've seen slow
African
pitch jigs.
pompanos, most of the time they're caught by people either flatlining, knocker rigging, vertical jigging. How I figured it out was just by dumb luck. One of the probably 6 months into having my captain's license, I was taking one of our clients that used to fish with us a ton before he got sick. And we were on the Flying Hub 1 back in the day, and we were doing a 12-hour night snapper trip. And we were in like 220 foot of water on a big wreck. And we were catching a ton of fish, which was a good problem to have. But I was trying to fish in the bow of the boat. And my crew was having trouble kind of keeping up with everybody because we were catching so many yellowtail and big mangroves. So I ended up reeling up my rod like 10, 15 cranks really fast and putting it in a rod holder. And I went back and unhooked this guest fish really fast. And I turned back to my rod and the rod
And it's
tip's
bent
bent.
over.
And I was like, oh man, I got a fish. Ran over, grabbed it, reeled it up. Nice big African pompano.
So different column.
Different column. And then I did the same thing the next time. I dropped down to the bottom. I was like,
Coming
oh,
out
I'll
of your
try it
zero
again.
money, 1200 stars.
So I reeled it back up about 10, 15 cranks, and sure enough, within a minute, another African pompano.
Different column.
So those
you're-
African pompano are considered pelagic
Like
fish.
30 or 40 feet probably.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle. Depends how deep.
Yeah, it depends on how deep, depends on how big the relief is, but African pompano are considered pelagic fish, and that's why they're not in the Refish FMP, because if they were in the Refish FMP on a 39-hour trip, we'd allow double the daily bag limit. So you'd be allowed 4 per vessel. But because they're considered a pelagic fish, they're exempt from that 2-day bag limit. So
I've only ever seen one caught.
What?
I better be able to keep mine.
You'd hope so.
I
They're
need a
beautiful
picture.
fish,
I
and
need
they're
a
very good
picture.
eating.
They are. They're very
good
nice.
eating.
They're beautiful.
Thank you, Greg Robert, for sending stars.
Thank you for all the
Greg
stars,
Roberts
everyone.
sent 1,200 stars to make sure his wife was banned from future trips.
Coming out of your money. That's for sure.
Especially.
Can we have Joanna? Joanna, do you want to give us some ideas how
No,
to make
she doesn't.
it easier for
She
the
knows,
check-in?
see? She knows.
How do you make check-in process and booking trips easier?
For
Any trip.
Any trip.
What are your some quick guides?
be
What are some
nice
questions?
to me.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
be an asshole.
Oh, wait, I gotta go to B.
Are we allowed to swear? I didn't know we were allowed
Joanna
to swear.
pre-game too hard.
I'm
This
just
isn't a
saying.
supporter show. It's PG-13.
Sorry, don't be a jerk.
Be on time. Don't be late. I can vouch for
Yes.
that. Don't be late.
And what are some other tips?
Some other tips. What do we hit this morning?
Parking.
Parking.
You gotta park. You gotta know what you want when you get there. Do you want the meal package? Do you want the
We
bait?
talk to you about everything
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, we'll talk to you about. You just discuss it with us. We'll deal with it with you.
Dear Lord.
I'm real easygoing.
Real straight to the point, too.
Easygoing.
They are. They're very. But I've
Yes.
seen
See,
people
she's-
give them hard times.
Yes.
So it's
Well,
amazing.
so we if you just keep pushing us, I'll say just whatever you want. But you listen to me. We'll tell you what our policies are, what we want to do for you. Listen to us, read your emails, those kind of things, and then we'll take care of you. Just stick through it with us.
I would say probably in my experience, the biggest frustration
No, that was not at all.
the biggest frustration of our office family is that when we have questions or complaints or people come into the office upset.
Bring the bacon. If you bring bacon, you're all good.
That is
You
true.
are my favorite.
Joanna lives on bacon
I
and
do.
lettuce.
Yes,
Pretty
I
sure
do.
that's all she eats.
Bang energy.
And apparently bourbon.
Bourbon, banging, bacon. The 3 B's.
The
Okay.
3 Ds. So keep in mind what I was saying was the biggest frustration I think comes from all the guests that come in and have questions about things that are on our website or things that are on our confirmation emails. So if you come in and you're asking a question, like for example, we do our Shell Key Ferry, and our Shell Key Ferry trip, the very top of our website page on the Shell Key Ferry talks about where it leaves from. And then the confirmation email, the very first paragraph talks about the address from where it leaves from. What happens every day, JoJo?
Where is it leaving from?
What I tell them is, from Egmont Key and Shell Key, you can boat ramp and Bay Pier. Both of them.
And they show up at the
Type
store.
at the letters Bay Pier, Fort DeSoto. They come right up. Boat ramp,
I wanna
Fort
do one of those
DeSoto.
trips.
They come.
Josh, type
right
that
up.
for us. Bay Pier.
Everybody
Fort
gets
DeSoto.
an email when they book a trip. Read your email. Second paragraph. We always tell you.
And every day we have people show up to the office, and then
Yep.
they get angry, and it's a little
us.
frustrating.
At
Do a
us.
ladies' Egmont Key trip.
Dude, Egmont Key has
I've never been.
incredible fishing.
Awesome.
I've never
Incredible
been. I wanna
fishing.
go.
It's
It's
fun.
beautiful, and
I
you
live
can
so
catch
far. I
incredible.
gotta stay the night before.
It's
Yeah.
worth it. It's
You
worth
have
it.
to.
It's worth it.
I mean, it doesn't
Hey.
say a lot.
Gentlemen in the back, outside with the conversations. Ladies, I thought you were gonna yell at them for me.
I know. Let's.
Stop it! How's that?
Yeah, there you go. Good job, Estelle. Next question, Josh.
It was about grouper.
A lot of bacon stuff. I love it. Oh,
Hey,
Haley
Joey.
Lasco, another staff member extraordinaire. And Swell, one up. What'd she say?
What's swell?
Where?
Is that
Swell
how
is
you
our
do
new
your text
podium.
message?
Yeah, that's how you text us at Hubbard's Marina.
Where?
So you can text that phone number in the right-hand corner. It's the thing he's highlighting. What do you mean,
There's
where?
3 different things. There's 3. This is like a high-tech studio, and I can't even use my iPhone.
I know, and I'm looking at too many
And it's
things
like-
here, over here and there.
Haley.
Tech overload.
Haley's in the office, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
she's one of our new office extraordinaires. She's
New?
picked it up quick.
New?
She has a.
You were hiring
she has
and
a.
you didn't call me?
She has a bacon mask.
Who is the costume designer for this show? They are doing a great job.
Well, thank you,
Hubbard
Haley. I
Marina.
appreciate it. You guys are all wearing Hubbard. Oh, Christina.
Oh no!
Everybody was in Hubbard shirts.
Look, Hubbard's.
Bad
Say
shit.
it somewhere. Yeah.
It's all right, Christina. We'll fix that. So everybody is in Hubbard shirts except for Christina.
Okay, so I'm gonna focus back.
I really enjoy you being on the show.
Yeah,
you keep
no,
bringing us back
I'm
to
a
center.
I knew
Focus.
from the beginning that Estelle was going to keep us on a track because
You're balancing
I'm
out
really hard
Jennifer.
to keep it
I
quiet.
facilitate meetings for a living until I retired, but I can continue. So, for 10-hour trips, do we have any tips for women coming on 10-hour trips?
Or men.
Or men, because sometimes men... Okay, the thing that came to my mind was flip-flops. I
Don't
know
wear flip-flops.
everyone wears flip-flops, but I will
Yeah,
tell
nope.
you, closed-toed shoes have saved my foot. Because,
More than once.
Yes,
Not only for
more than
like
once.
fish slime
Yeah.
dropping on the
Look, anything that is closed-toed, don't come in your cute little sandals or your flip-flops because your toes could be in jeopardy.
Your toes could be in jeopardy, and it's a slipping hazard. That's the
Oh
biggest
yes,
thing.
that too. And people step on you, and they won't be nice after
Not only
fish
that,
guts
when
fall on
the
them.
bait
either.
falls down,
Yeah.
and falls right on your
It's
toes
gross,
or
yeah.
something.
There's nothing
Yeah.
better than a big old chunk of squid between your toes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, it's gross.
Okay, let's start with if you've never been
wait.
on a trip, go to a 5-hour first.
Okay,
Yeah.
do 5 hour.
Let's look. I want to look.
Okay.
Message. Let's get in that ladies anglers club. All
Or
these men that
men.
are watching.
Josh.
Or men or kids.
Send the women to it. Let's find a 5-hour that's not so packed, and let's make it a ladies trip. Let's get all the ladies on there, and me and Estelle and Christina, and you're coming too. You don't have to talk, but you're coming, and we'll get all the ladies
Joanna's
acclimated to the
literally
boat.
the most outgoing lady
must-
that I know.
She must have got a raise or something for this, because you look. She's like, why did he make me do this?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Deej says she's offended she wasn't invited, but
Oh, Deej, she can come.
Deej
She's been all over the screen the whole night.
No, Dee-
she's been commenting
Yes,
a
she
lot.
has been.
She
And
always does.
You
Deej,
can come
you're
the
invited
next
to the
time,
next show.
Deej. You and John.
And Lori Reinhardt, you're on the next one. And
I'll be here, guys. I'm
I
going to be
saw-
on every show from now on.
I don't know about that, but
Oh, there's Sean Porchke.
yeah, Sean. Yep. Sean, where's he out of again?
He's from Fort Myers.
Fort
Yeah,
Myers.
Fort Myers area.
So definitely not East Coast.
He was the first person.
He's from the East Coast, Will?
Yes, East Coast.
So that's not Fort Myers. You mean Fort
Or
Lauderdale?
yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
The
Sorry.
fort. He's from the fort.
Sorry, he's
From
from,
the fort, one
over
of them.
there.
Yeah.
But he was the first person that I fished beside when I went on a Hubbard show, boat by myself.
Chris, no problem.
And
Good
he was like, he like helped, told me, what to do and everything. And he and I have been friends since then.
Sean Porchke
Sean
is a
Porchke.
super nice guy.
He is awesome, yes.
And that's something we've hit on
Oh
past
my
shows.
gosh, there are so many friends that I have made,
Yes.
like Jennifer, Christina, Joanna, Eva, DJ,
Bearded Todd.
Todd, my neighbor, who says he's my son. Todd will talk about that
I
later.
ratted you out, dog.
That makes me really old. And Anthony Smith and Ray and Leo and I could go on name
there's
and
I was about to say, hopefully you didn't
forever.
forget anybody in that list.
No, please.
I feel like you
Damien
did.
and Andy
Damien,
and
yeah.
Kevin and there's a few.
Tom Collins. How can you forget a name like Tom Collins? And Jim and Roger and just
The fun part
Everyone.
about it is that I've
Sue
been on
Dan
fishing
Netto.
trips where I've fished with the person the year before.
Oh, really?
And I
Yes.
had no idea. So it's like, now it's a thing, like if they come down, like they'll message me and they'll be like, hey, I'm coming this day.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I'll try to make it. So you meet people from everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes people will come up to me and they'll say, Are you still the one they make fun of on the show?
I make fun of, right?
Whoa.
I've heard that
And
too.
I'm like, oh.
I could understand Jennifer
yes.
saying that, but not you. We don't make
Wow,
fun
you
of
guys
you.
pick on me or not? Now you're gonna pick on me
I
right to
heard
my
when
face.
Frank called us crusty last week.
What?
I texted
I don't
him.
recall
Give me my
that.
phone back. Give me my phone back.
I don't
We're calling
recall
Frank
that.
right now.
I said, did you call me crusty? And he goes, no, never. Yeah, right.
We're gonna have to watch replays.
What time
Someone
is
send
it?
me replays.
Okay.
39
Frank,
hours.
remember the
Yes, it is almost 39-hour time, but before we do that,
Oh, yeah,
I have a
Christina.
list.
Trips. What's up?
yes, Estelle has a list, but before we go, one thing I want to kind of get a
We
breakdown
can't go
on.
yet. I'm not
Jennifer,
done.
we have the supporters after show. That's when you can blossom.
Isn't
That's-
this a
that's
2
the
hour
I can
show
let it
tonight?
go
The
then.
unrated,
You're just having us
unblossoming. We're gonna
back.
get Greg up here in the supporters after show, and we're gonna try to explore how they're still together. Christina, what we want to ask you is on a 10-hour trip, when you're preparing for a 10-hour trip, how do you make sure you bring, or what do you bring, or what do you make sure you can't forget to make sure a 10-hour trip is successful?
I try to keep it light because, man, before you know it, you have so much crap in that bag and it's so heavy, and then you're toting everything. So I usually bring is 2 spinner rods, and then I always bring naked ball jigs. In the summer, it's different. I'll bring 2 rods, but I'll have one set up for just to shoot it out there in case you see a mahi or something like that. But if not, I have a naked ball jig.
Which
Red
is a
gun
real
ones.
jig. It is. She's not
Yes,
making that
it's a
name
naked
up.
ball jig.
It's a real thing. We have it in our shop.
Yes.
It's not sold on Adam and Eve. It's sold at Hubbard's Marina.
I usually use that most of the time. If it's working for me, that's what I go with. And then if not, then I'll have the other one rigged with
Guys, in the back, keep
what is
it
that?
down.
Knocker rig.
Yeah, so
And
knocker
then-
rig, naked ball jig.
Yeah, knocker rig,
There
naked
they are.
ball jig. And then in the summer, you need something to toss out, like a bucktail or something light.
In case you see something on the
Yeah,
surface.
if you're coming up on triple tail or something that will
Yeah.
slow down, you got to be on that. You ain't got time to rig.
Yeah, you push Captain Frank out of the way and throw him the triple tail.
He's slowing down. He's trying to get in there, too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I already know. He called me on the last half
Yes.
day. He was like, "Oh, I can't talk right now. I'm about to slow down on a triple tail." I was like, "Oh, you're letting a guest throw it out for you?" He's like, "I might."
But you bring cookies for the crew.
Yeah, or
And-
muffins. I
Oh,
make muffins.
They like food.
Jennifer brings she
So
brings
you
a
guys can
buffet.
skip the crew and just bring me booze. That works too.
I think we
Just
do.
throwing that out there.
Look at over there.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Camera
is all
pan.
wonderful booze. We don't
I
have
can't
automatic
feel it.
cameras.
Oh,
It's
oh.
a very fancy studio. We might have intimidated you, but the camera doesn't automatically pan.
Well, I mean, these marble countertops that you have are super
Yes,
nice.
the
Yeah, they
custom
are.
wood front
And the
was
custom
beautiful
wood.
too.
I love the
Yeah.
wood in the background.
Yes, I painted that wood myself. It took a long
Good
time.
job.
Did you use
Speaking
the
of
masking tape
painting,
lines?
Yes.
See my painting?
Yeah.
Nice.
Will McClure, Dana White,
Shoes on.
can you bring up the painting?
Yeah, send that over.
Oh, Ghost Will is gonna bring up. I think your
Oh, look, it
painting.
matches his shirt.
It's gonna be too green. I think our painting's gonna disappear. There it is. The painting disappeared as well. It's nothing you're doing is helping. All of a sudden, it's a better show.
Wow.
There you go. Just hold it there the rest of the episode.
Can you guys all hear me still? That's the important part.
All right, guys. All right. So long
My
story.
sister said nice wood. She really liked your wood painting.
Yes, I worked really hard on that.
Yeah.
So
James,
Yoga
I'm
too.
getting that set up.
what's set up?
Coming.
What's
I
that?
read his comment. He
James
says-
Vereen, the
Yes,
one you were talking.
He was telling me. I
So
was telling
James
them that
Vereen-
I'm switching,
James,
I'm
I met
converting
him on
into slow
like
pitch
10
chicken.
hours.
So James Vereen and his son Jamin come out fishing with us a lot, and before the show even started,
Chase that up
the ladies were in the corner talking about slow pitch jigging and how they're about to get started, and it's all James Vereen's fault.
Yes.
Yeah. So James let
I
you
need to
use
borrow
one
your
of
reel
his
for Tuesday.
rod and reels, right?
Yeah.
And
I used it for like just 2 cast downs, and like on my second way up, I was like, bam! I was like, game over.
yeah, so someone offered on a 39-hour trip. It was Cabrera, Jason Cubero, but we call him Cubera, let me, or offered to let me use his slow pitch jigging reel. And I told him, no, I don't want to touch it for that reason.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're very, very light, very sensitive. The action on them's crazy, and it's addicting.
I bought a stick. I guess
Yeah.
I'm going to have to bring it on Tuesday. But it's set up for a spinner. It's not set up what I want.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, we
Thank
can
you,
see you're
Joe.
not wearing
I'm going to get a
underwear.
rod courtesy of you.
What'd you say?
Thank you, Joe. I'm getting a rod because of you.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Even though you
she's
made my
she's
dad
getting a
use
fishing
it.
rod, but the two ladies to my left are
Oh
fishing
my God.
friends on our
Will.
show tonight.
They can see that you're not wearing underwear.
No, that's just a joke. He can't see through his pants. It's just a green screen.
It's a shadow. This is a shadow you're seeing.
The ladies
That
on.
would be great. We're going to have to
Oh
rewind.
my gosh.
Now, let me make you some money. If you want to know, subscribe to the supporters page for the after show because it's going to get crazy. And I know a lot about your crew. I have pictures. I know a lot of things. Will has a nickname.
That's why we can't bring
In the
cameras
streets of
on
St.
the
Pete.
trip.
All right, we're not
It's a
talking
her.
about that during the main show.
That's
That's
why.
all supporters
Go
after
ahead,
show.
support everybody. If you want to know about it, get to the supporters page.
Back to my
My
painting.
face is turning red again because I know what the nickname is, and I feel like we can't talk about it on a live show.
That's why, if you want to know,
What about my
Will,
painting?
leave the studio.
get to the
my
supporters
painting?
page.
The painting
I'm trying
is
to get you
absolutely
some more
beautiful.
supporters.
I love the painting. It's gorgeous. It's going on the wall of the studio. And once we get our couches built
Who
out,
painted it? Captain Dylan?
I apologize. Estelle
Yeah.
Wolfman, beautiful artist and incredible fisherman.
Fisher
but
woman.
that's what I said. So the last thing is we talked about Christina and kind of your preparation for a 10-hour, making sure you have a spinning rod, your naked ball jigs, your knocker rig, and then anything else we forgot.
No, we're good. Bring a good attitude.
A good attitude.
Not only
Don't
that,
be
I
mean
think
to your
you're, like,
office
gonna do really
staff.
good.
Tell
What?
me.
Don't go out there and say, I hope I catch a fish. Walk on that boat and say, I'm going to destroy.
I'm gonna destroy it. I'm gonna
Jennifer's
drink some
special.
beer and I'm gonna have a good
Yes,
time.
and even
Dylan,
if you're
tell Mike-
slow, just
tell Mike thank you.
follow Smokey's rule. Just start drinking and it doesn't matter.
Someone
It'll be
asked
fine.
where's Smokey, and I was like thinking,
The
this
hut.
would really have gone.
Smokey's at the hut.
Smokey,
He's at the hut.
Smokey was banned from live shows a while back. He lost his. He's got a
He
lifetime
lost his
ban.
privileges. He's in
Yeah.
timeout.
Yeah, he was. My wife said he's not allowed back in our home. Yes. So we talked about the 10-hour trip preparation. What about you, Estelle? You do a lot of 39-hour trips.
39-hour
If
trips.
a lady angler is planning on doing a long-range trip, what does she need?
Number one, Dramamine. I have seen so many trips, even 10-hour trips, where people do not take Dramamine. And I've never been seasick for a day in my life, and I take Dramamine.
But you don't want to be.
No, you do not want to
It's
be
it won't hurt
seasick,
you
because
to
we
take
ain't
it.
turning back.
Makes
No,
you sleep.
they'll
And-
throw you over if you want to go back.
And that's one of the things that I recommend to everybody. Is like, especially with men, you face it a lot. Like, I don't need Dramamine. I don't get seasick. It's like, dude, you're paying $3.99 for a fishing trip.
You get sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
We had a
39
Navy
hours.
SEAL. He lived on a boat for 6 months, and he got sick on the boat. And he's
Yeah.
like, "This has never happened before."
And that's one of the biggest things that I face when we have traveling anglers. All right, you fish every day in Lake Michigan in 6-foot seas. That's great. Lake Michigan has a very short wave period. It's a very choppy sea. The motion is different. You can fish every day up there and be in the Navy and work on the water for 3 years. You come to the Gulf, it's a different wave. You're gonna get
The
seasick.
motion of the ocean is definitely different down here.
Absolutely. And at night,
I went to the Atlantic. I went to the Atlantic and went sailfish fishing in the Pacific, and in the Atlantic, it's a very short, very tall swell, and I felt a little queasy.
Short
And
or
the-
tall?
and
You
the-
can't have both.
It's a very in the Pacific.
No, okay, point of the story. Take your Dramamine before. It's not going to hurt you. If you're not going to get seasick, it's not going to hurt you. And if you are, it's going to save you. So take the Dramamine. Take it anyways.
You're spending money to go fishing. You might as well be
Right.
prepared.
A thing of Dramamine's like $3.
Not only
Yeah.
that, my only recommendation for a 39-hour trip, like when it's 11 o'clock at night and there's no lights on, go outside and look at the sky.
It's
Amen.
totally different.
And
It's
don't-
the
totally
most
different.
beautiful
It is.
thing.
Mind
Gorgeous.
blowing.
gorgeous. And
I agree.
Yes.
if you feel like you're sick, do not go into
in the women's
head.
bathroom. Do not go in the women's bathroom.
Throw up in the men's bathroom only. And call Will after you throw up to clean it up.
At night, it's totally different because you can't see the horizon and people. It's like, okay, more room for me to fish, but please just take your Dramamine. Second thing, earplugs.
That's
when
an
you go
insider
out,
secret.
Yeah, and I agree.
when
with that
you
one. That's
go
a good
out
one.
on a 39-hour, you need to sleep for like from 7 to 11:30 till they wake you up, because then you go 20 straight hours fishing. So you need to not be able to hear
You know
all
what
the
I like
stuff
to do
that
too?
goes on.
Like on Friday morning, I'll have my morning coffee, but sometimes I have an
With a
afternoon
bunch of
coffee.
Jameson in it.
On the days I'm getting on the 39, I skip the afternoon pick me up, whether it's coffee or Bang or whatever we're drinking or doing in the afternoon. You skip that one, so then when you get on the boat, you can sleep to get those. I only like to sleep on the way out, the way in. I try and sleep in between stops, but I don't want to miss out on fishing time.
Exactly.
Like, I'll get on Will or on Greg, and I'm like, you guys have been fishing for 20 minutes, and nobody woke me up. Like, I get mad.
Tylenol PM.
We are on the third thing on 25 things. So
Tylenol
Me and I still
PM.
have this.
Okay. Sometimes you're the only woman on the trip. Sometimes there's one or two. If you want to change, I always wear a bathing suit, tankini, so that I can just take my shirt off and put another one on.
I won't do that.
So
Greg.
you
I
don't
won't
have
do that.
to
That's
go
an expert,
to the bathroom
that's an expert
to do
advice right there.
it. Yeah, because
Didn't think about that.
Yeah, you don't
gets
want to.
crowded,
Yeah, it
and
gets
then there's water
crowded,
on the
and you can't get in the
floor.
bathroom, stuff like that. Bath wipes. You take a shower once. That's your initiation. After that, they keep the shower. They keep the fishing rods in there, and in the woman's room in the shower, and it's 39 hours. You can stink. You're going to smell like fish.
Will,
anyway.
we're gonna have to really talk about your bathroom cleanliness after this trip.
He's got no shoes on in the studio.
More women sell up, she's a very hard sleeper.
I feel like we're gonna have to talk about your
Because I have
dedication to
earplugs in.
cleanliness.
Noodles. Bring a noodle. I know Captain Dillon says that they're not necessary.
They are necessary.
But they are. They
They're
help
not
a lot.
necessary
You're-
whatsoever.
okay.
A noodle on the rail.
No one
with
use a
duct
noodle on the
tape.
rail.
Do you want me to stand up and demonstrate why we bring the noodles? So what you do
Yes,
with the
please.
noodle, you cut it to like
Tell
where
'em.
you're fishing, and you cut it open, and you put it around the railing,
rail.
and you tape it. So if you're 6'8" like Dylan, like your thighs are hitting up against the thing the whole time. If you're not as tall as Dylan, you're like this the whole time. So you want to protect yourself. So you need a noodle to pad the railing.
And it protects your rod.
Oh,
That was a smell. That was not me. That was not me.
Alright, keep going. We still gotta give away a trip.
Is it ribbed?
she said that with so much emphasis.
And you were worried about me?
Oh my God.
Okay. Todd, you better check your mama over there.
Beauty time, look at your mom.
Dude,
Oh my God.
watching this right now.
Pad the
A
rod.
dry bag. You need
Protect the rod.
All right, now he's tuned out. He's tuned out.
you need a dry bag because
No, not even if it's not back focused, Dylan. This is a live
I'm listening.
show.
I'm just saying
We gotta
shush
wrap it
back
up,
there.
guys. Come on.
The dry bag, I like that, and Estelle got one for my daughter for her birthday, and we're gonna use it on the trip because even if it doesn't rain or you're not getting wet, like there's that humidity and moisture. You want to put your good stuff in the bag.
yes, and the splash off of the sea gets everything wet. Oh my God. Cash.
Okay, we're gonna go. Let's just give away the 39 and go to the
Make
after show.
sure that you have cash because they don't have an ATM out there. And because I will tell you, Will and Jason and whoever else is out there running around the boat, taking care of your fish, icing the fish, cleaning the boat, changing your leader, changing your hooks, annoying you, making fun of you. Anyway, excuse me, I digress. You do need to tip the crew. They live on the tipping as well as Tammy or Jim or whoever's in the galley. So bring cash. Sleeping bag. If it's cold, you'll want to be in it, and I bring an extra blanket. If it's hot, you sleep on top of the sleeping bag, and
I bring a beach
blanket.
towel too, and I always put a beach towel down on whatever I'm sleeping on, so it absorbs some of that moisture from my blanket or whatever it is.
Sean Portuguese, he brings an entire.
Roy, we'll be back.
He brings
Don't you worry.
Lysol spray, and he wipes down everything with paper towels and everything.
Sean is the cleanest
Sean
person I know.
is. Yes.
Did you leave a cart on the dock recently?
What?
That you truck all your gear down with
I
a cart?
do. I use a cart, a
shopping
beach cart.
What, either you or Sean Portuguese left a cart on the dock.
Oh, I didn't leave it. No, I left my mat, my rug.
She
That's
leaves her
coming
mat
out.
every time.
But
Robert's
if you
getting
left
his
your
noodle
cart,
ready to go.
Jason has adopted
Gotta
your
protect
cart
the
now.
rod.
Oh, it must be Jason. It must be Sean's.
Jason has adopted that cart now for all of his security rings.
Yeah. It's
Well, it takes a
Sean
lot of
probably
bags
has
to
it.
carry
Oh.
8 changes of
being
clothes
so my feet.
for Jason Porton on a 39-hour trip. That's like 3 bags of clothes he's got to
He's
bring.
got a cart now. He stole Estelle's cart. I think
I have my cart. I still have it. I don't have my rug, but Frank's using my rug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bunks. Top bunk. Choose the top bunk. The bottom bunk. I'm 5'2", and I hit my head if I sit up. So don't do that.
I like the bottom bunk. I
like
feel
the bottom
closer to the ground.
I need a hand.
Okay.
Wait.
When you're 300
Personal
pounds
preference.
and you're up top, I feel like you're just flirting with danger.
No,
I like to feel closer to the ground.
You could be.
I fall off.
You're solid and you're not
Yeah.
going nowhere.
If I hit the
That's
ground,
how
I want to fall 3 feet, not 6 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's those straps that hold you in. Sometimes they had to bungee.
When you're 300 pounds, those straps won't hold you.
Oh. They had to bungee cord me into it.
They might hold you if you're 100
because
pounds.
it was rough. But okay, so your preference. I prefer to sleep in the outside. I don't like
too.
the inside.
Yeah, because here,
I like
don't
outside,
sleep,
too.
Yeah, when you sleep on the inside, you have 39 hours of fishing. Everyone's tired at the end. It's mostly men, and then they all take their shoes off.
Oh,
You're screwed.
enough.
You're screwed.
Yeah,
Enough
outside
said.
is way better.
Yeah.
Bring a pair of scissors, even if you don't bring your own tackle because they have their own tackle or you're renting rods. Bring scissors because you need to cut your thread fins.
I was thinking about that. On your way to the marina, stop at Dollar Tree, get a couple towels, get scissors,
Towels,
stuff that you can just
rags,
throw out
next
when you're
thing.
Or we have
Or
them
you can
at the
buy
marina.
them.
You sell
Yes.
them. He
Scissors.
sells them also.
But get the scissors, get your salt to brine your bait for your bait
Yes.
cooler. Like, stop it down. Do you sell salt? Don't give me the side eye. Do
No,
you sell
I buy
salt?
salt.
I'm not giving you side, I'm giving you
Non-iodized salt.
full on rolling the eyes over here.
Floor mat. I bought a kitchen floor mat because it is steel, metal, and I fish the
It's
whole way
definitely
through.
aluminum.
Okay, aluminum, whatever. It's a metal, and it's
Okay.
hard to stand
Make
on.
another drink.
20
Bottle
hours of
sponsor.
fishing. I don't stop.
Dylan.
I use a mat. The memory foam.
Memory foam mat.
Those are closed-toed shoes. Bring rain gear because even if it's
Yes.
not raining, you're
You're
gonna
still
get
gonna
sprayed.
wet, though. You're still gonna get wet with like the moisture in the air.
Yes. If you bring tackle, and you have to bring your own tackle if you bring your own rods. But they're real generous with that too. If you want to know what time
Wait.
it is,
Ask Will.
bring a watch because you
A
ain't allowed
digital watch, not a smart watch.
No, you're not allowed a Fitbit. You're not allowed a digital watch or whatever, Apple Watch or
Nothing.
phone. No phones. No
Bring
nothing.
a camera. That was
Bring
the big
a
thing.
camera.
A
That's
camera.
the next thing. Camera. A seat
Or
cushion.
we just bought 4 digital cameras. I
No,
just spent
you know what? Tammy's good
almost
about that.
And
Like,
Ricky
$1,000.
is too.
Well, that's the problem. Is
Ricky does it.
Tammy was
Hold on,
gone
guys.
for 3 months.
Yeah.
okay,
And Ricky
continue.
does it.
Tammy was gone for almost 3 months. So we bought 4 digital cameras so we can give out
And
digital
pass them
cameras.
around.
Now.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome.
So on your next trip, Estelle, that's
I'll take-
half of your job.
I've taken photography classes. Okay.
Oh.
Seat
Hello.
cushions. If you don't want to sit on a steel aluminum seats, bring a seat cushion because you do sit for periods of time while they're moving.
Yeah, they're talking about music, like a regular MP3 player is fine. Yeah, it's fine, but you actually don't need it because if you're not fishing, like you're sleeping.
Yes.
So music would be cool, yes, but you really, once you get out there, you don't even think about it because you're busy.
Right.
So everybody agrees with you except for Christina at
I
the end
sing
of the
to
table.
the fish.
Christina
That's
likes
how
to
I get
serenade
into
the
the boat.
fish. That's why her and Captain Frank are really good friends. They both sing very
Karaoke to
often.
the fish.
They sing very often.
Frank will not sing. I've asked him to several times on the 10-hour, and he won't. And duct tape.
You guys have no
I got a picture
idea.
and video of Frank. I'll show you guys later.
You guys have no idea how much restraint I showed today. You have no idea.
You have no idea how much I
Duct
showed.
tape
You
is
know
next on my list.
Duct
which
tape. Don't
he
never
could have
forget the duct
probably
tape.
used several times this
for your
evening.
noodle. For your noodle.
And also, let me just say this, that be prepared to, everyone is very helpful, and they will be more than helpful, but let me tell you a funny story. I have to tell a funny story.
Of course.
Love funny stories.
Okay, the first time that I went on a 39, I probably annoyed Captain Dillon about 200 times. I
Absolutely
called him,
not. I enjoy
texted
it.
him.
There's no stupid questions. There's only stupid answers.
Yeah, I kept asking him, do you think I'm ready, whatever? And he said, yeah, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Okay, so I show up, I go on the 39-hour trip, and I have my card, I have all my stuff, because unlike a lot of people, they don't watch the videos. I watched every single flipping video there is to watch,
And
and
you read
no
the-
one does.
You
know
read
what?
the emails like
Sophia.
Joanna recommended.
Yeah, and I read the
Watched all
emails.
the videos.
Yeah, watch
Make
the
sure I
videos.
do
They
that.
say watch the videos, and then people go there and they don't know what the heck they're doing. But anyway, so I went there, I watched all the videos, I packed everything, I loaded my boat up, everything. Everything was cool. The next trip I go on, 39-hour, loaded everything up, go in. We're about ready to leave, and I look in my live well, and there's no pinfish, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where are the pinfish? Captain Dillon, where are my pinfish? He goes, did you pick them up?
No.
No, I didn't know I had to pick them up. I said
There's
I
a
had to
line
pick-
of 30 people picking up pinfish. And she's on the boat. Where are my pinfish? Did you pick them up? No, I thought someone loaded them for me.
Why did I think that, Captain Dillon? Because the time before,
10-hour trip. She in her defense,
Yeah,
she
sure,
had done a
back.
bunch of 10-hour trips, and on every other trip we load your pinfish for you, except for 39-hour trips. So you're right. I apologize.
that's
I
okay, you're
apologize.
forgiven. But
I
anyway, so I ran off the boat and I got them, and I got my pinfish.
And then we learned a lesson from then on out that someone needed to load Estelle's gear. So Jason,
So her son Todd
Jason-
will be loading all of her gear from now on.
Jason Porton and her son Bearded Todd will load her gear from here on out.
And they always tease me and think that I need a concierge service
And that's
blah,
what Bearded
blah,
Todd is
blah.
for. That's why you
Yeah.
have kids.
So they
But
can
I
make
am
your
not
luggage-
high maintenance.
They're gonna bring it to your stateroom for you when
Yeah,
you're on the boat.
yeah. Please load my stuff. Okay.
We're
Okay.
losing them.
Yes, I have a better
39-hour
chance.
trip. 39-hour trip.
All right.
Join
Hey,
the ladies
Peanut
group.
Gallery in the back. Shut up. So, don't forget, the supporters after show, the Peanut Gallery, who's been annoying us all episode, is going to come up front. Butch, Greg, Will, the disappearing man,
Greg's
is
gonna
all
sit by
coming
Joanna.
up
He
here
doesn't have anything to
for
say.
the supporters after show.
He won't.
I don't care what you say, Will. You're coming up here, and it's
We'll
gonna
make
be
room
crazy.
for you.
The supporters after show, put the kids to bed. We'll give you 5 to 10 minutes.
Greg
put
and
the kids
Butch,
to bed.
too.
It's gonna be
Ooh,
colorful.
Maybe, Greg, can I start an OnlyFans page now and promote it on there?
After show. After show.
I'm
That's
gonna
what it's
promote
about.
it then.
39
After
hours.
show.
39 hours.
Make sure you join the supporters after show.
Send your
and
wives, your girlfriends, your daughters, send them to the Lady Anglers, and we're gonna start off with a 5-hour trip for all the ladies who haven't been fishing before. So message me, message one of the girls here, call
We
Joanna
will
or the
have
in the
Hubbard's
office,
Marina page.
or I'll give you.
You can
got
message
you.
the Hubbard's Marina page to reach Joanna or
Yep.
myself, and we'll send you the link to the Lady
We're gonna-
Anglers page.
The Lady Anglers, and we're gonna start with a 5-hour, and we're gonna
And
get
don't
these
worry,
ladies out.
it's not just Jennifer involved with that page. All the ladies at the table tonight are involved with that page. Plus,
She has
Deej.
the hot sauce to it.
Deej isn't here, but she's involved too. So don't worry, it's not just Jennifer. So let's find out who won a 39-hour
Wait.
trip.
I know you don't give extra 39 hours. That's fine. If you win the 39-hour, they can bring a female guest for how about half price?
Okay.
Yes.
Half price.
Is that
So it's a
easier?
39-hour trip for one
For one
human
guest.
being. One human being, whether male or female. And you can bring a lady angler who has never been here before. The old Jennifer special at half price.
Jennifer likes 3, but 2 is fine.
And there are blackout dates. Not good during red snapper season or spring break, but just keep that in mind.
So just think before you win, wife or girlfriend, who's coming with you. Go ahead, Josh. Hit it.
Run it, Josh. Let's find out.
We want the answer, whoever wins.
You have to text us also who's coming.
Chris Milam from
Chris.
Buffalo, New York, I bet.
Good luck if your wife's watching with you, buddy. Chris, make sure to text us that phone number in the bottom right-hand corner, your full home address to claim that free trip to playing or to prove you're watching.
Make the playoffs.
We're talking about fishing.
We
We're not
are-
talking about games. Chris, put your phone on silent in case your girlfriend texts you. She thinks she's going to.
All right, guys, pop over to the supporters after show on the supporters page if you dare. And if you're not a supporter,
Join now.
You can join now.
It will be so fun, I promise. It will be fun, right?
At the top of the Hubbard's Arena page, you can become a supporter. Go outside the studio, Will. Like I've been saying all night, get out.
And we'll see you next week. Same bat channel, same bat time.
And if you're
Hopefully
too
the
busy
same
to
bat.
go fishing,
You're just too busy.